Hey there, Unitic here, reporting in from the C O Canal Trail. It is Monday, May the 4th, and the trail has calmed down a little bit this morning after a weekend full of bikers, hikers, picnickers. It's a really cool long linear national park celebrating the history of quite a engineering feat, the C O Canal, that parallels the Potomac River and was a major source of commerce, moving things like coal from up north down to the Chesapeake Bay area. So that's hence the C&O is Chesapeake in Ohio. And it's been restored into a national park. Just really, really cool. Flat, easy walking, loving the dirt. My feet are recovering. A few other physical issues, but I feel like I'm kind of hitting my stride. Just gone over 200 miles on the trip so far, so I'm about a fifth of the way back to my home region around Louisville, Kentucky. It's about 1,000 miles back to Cincinnati, and then on down into southern Indiana right across the river from Louisville. So I should be home visiting for a little while in probably mid to late June before I head further west. I wanted just to record a few thoughts about my experience at May Day, the National Lyme Disease protest in front of the headquarters of the Infectious Diseases Society of America in Arlington, Virginia. I believe this is the 5th year that a grassroots not-for-profit organization called the May Day Project, Josh Cutler and a number of wonderful volunteers that lead the coordination of getting literally hundreds of very, very sick people from all over the United States, some from outside the United States, that come there every May and make the facts known about the political tragedy / crime that's going on with the medical, industrial, pharmaceutical, insurance complex and their denial of the science that clearly proves the persistence and existence of chronic Lyme. And people are getting sick and dying by the thousands. So it was a really emotional experience for me. I got to meet a lot of people that I've only known through Facebook, many of which found me when I did my Appalachian Trail hike in 2013 trying to raise awareness for Lyme disease. So getting the chance to give someone a hug, and people like Oslam, my new dear friend, she and her husband Wonder, who put me up for 2 days in their home. Got to meet Amy, her over at the Atlantic Ocean. Unfortunately, Amy was not feeling well and couldn't make it into Arlington. But Amy, if you're watching this, your support has given me quite a boost, and you know, thank you for that. Thank you to all those folks that are sharing my posts. I really want to beg, plead, and cajole people, if you will, to subscribe to our website, Trek4, and that's F-O-R, not the numeral, Trek4Truth.org. Over on the right-hand side of the homepage, you can enter your email address and subscribe, and we won't flood your inbox, but when we put new information up, you'll get a notification that there's new content. The website's got a lot of really good information on all fronts. You know, health is one major topic, obviously, but so many of these topics tie together. And I feel really passionately drawn to try to understand the bigger picture of why something like this Lyme disease epidemic would unfold in the way it is, when none of it makes any rational sense to someone who takes a good hard look at the situation. So the website has a lot of information around that. I have been strongly recommending a video on the website. It's under the health tab and drop-down menu under the awareness page, I believe it is. And it's a video of a lecture by Dr. Bruce Lipton, who wrote a best-selling book called The Biology of Belief. It's an amazing video of a lecture he gave at a conference a couple of years ago. And it's very uplifting, it's very empowering, it's very science-based, but it also brings in the truth that science and spirituality are joined at the hip. They're just two different languages for trying to explain the same reality. So I really want to encourage folks to go carve time. Good morning. And give that a look, especially folks that are dealing with these chronic illnesses. It's a very uplifting and empowering video, and reframes the science of biology and something called epigenetics, which means above genetics, and the power we have in our own spirit, in our own being, to engender a big part of our own healing emotionally, mentally, and yes, physically. More power than we've been led to believe. And that's a big central message of this hike for me. So, I encourage you also, if you will, like our page on Facebook. It's Trek for Truth. We have a YouTube channel called Trek for Truth where this video will reside, and we'll link it through to the website and repost it on Facebook. Please share it. The biggest boost to me out here would be to see our number of website subscribers increasing. And we have had a couple of hundred new likes on our Facebook page just in the last 2 weeks, so I appreciate that. Good morning.
Good morning.
And mile 47, just past it. I actually am on my way to a little deli, a trailside deli in a little village called Point of Rocks, which is right beside the trail. Been hiking the last couple of days with my friend Vinny, who's biking across the United States on the ADT and other paths, trying to support veteran services. Vinny and I are both veterans, and he's from New York. We've been having a lot of fun together. I popped off the trail with him to a little bistro yesterday and had my very first cheeseburger of the trip, which was always the trail food that really called to me after I got my hiker hunger going. And so Vinny and I have been having a good time. He's very entertaining. But I'm hiking by myself in the morning, which I like to do, and Vinny catches up with me later on the day. Heading into Harper's Ferry today. Gonna see two friends that were kind enough to reach out to me and help me on my Appalachian Trail hike. And I'm really excited to see Rob and Kelly. Gonna have dinner in Harper's Ferry together tomorrow. And I hope to meet lots of other Lyme patients and anybody else, over the course of this trip that is intrigued and or engaged by the information that we're trying to share. My buddy Drew just put up our second weekly update on the website. He's doing a thing called scrapbook entries, and if you're a subscriber, you'll get a note when he puts one of those up. I'm keeping a daily journal on a website called trailjournals.com, which is really frequented by a lot of outdoor lovers and hikers and long distance travelers. So it's a way to try to reach another audience. And Drew kind of takes my daily summaries and rolls them up with some other commentary and information. And he's a really interesting guy and a great researcher, and he always adds some of his own insights and resources. And so you can get that if you subscribe. So yeah, I hope you'll do that. That would be a great boost. People are asking me how they can help, and that's a big one. Makes me more energized when I know some folks are joining what we're calling the TFT, Trek for Truth Community. Other ways you can help, if you'd like to send me a little goodie on the trail, just look on our calendar page, and we'll have post offices, addresses, and estimated dates of when I'll pass by those post offices. So I'll try to upload this video in Harper's Ferry by tomorrow, May the 5th. Probably the next post office that you could get something to is in Old Town, Maryland, which will be about a week later that I'll pass through Old Town, Maryland at the end of the C O Canal Trail and start into West Virginia. And then we'll try and put, you know, a few weeks, if not a month or so in advance, the post offices that we look like we'll be passing by based on the average mileage I'm doing. Right now, averaging about 15 miles a hiking day. I've done a couple of 20s, and we'll probably start stepping up that mileage as my fitness picks up and my body adapts to this stress of hiking every day. And if you'd like to help with a financial contribution, that would be great too. Drew and I are self-funding this for at least the first 1,000 miles. You know, we have our own funds budgeted to do that. It's not very expensive. You can look at the Help Us page on trekfortruth.org and see some examples of how you could contribute. You know, about $2 a mile is what it cost me all inclusive to live out here and move west. So anything you can donate will be put to good use, and we'll keep spreading the message. Good morning, how are you all? Good morning. Morning. So that's enough for today. I've rambled on like I usually do, more than I should, but I'm feeling good this morning and wanted to share it with you. I want to say a big hello to all my new friends I met at the May Day protest in Arlington. And visit the maydayproject.org and you can see a lot more video and pictures of that really amazing event. Good morning. How are you all? Morning. Morning. And throw some support their way too. Wonderful organization. And I'll check in with you. Probably do some short videos via the phone. When I get Wi-Fi, I can easily upload those from a little restaurant and such, but I knew I'm going to hit a public library in Harper's Ferry, so I'll have an opportunity to upload this longer video. So for now, 200 miles plus from the C O Canal Trail, Unitic out.